All right, hello everyone. So let's take a look at the market. Now, yesterday there wasn't a video because I was flying and I just, couldn't get it done. Obviously, it was an international flight. But let's see what we've got now. Gold, Monday, Tuesday. Remember, Monday, Tuesday, swing day. Now we're at the highs here, right? So two things can happen. Monday, breakout. It has broken out of Friday, closed above. It's bullish, but not above the high of last week, which, it hasn't done. So we're in a bit of a dilemma here. As you know, buying the tops is a bit of a problem. Okay, for me anyway, right? I don't like buying tops, but we can do intraday trading. Okay, at the end of the day, this zone is support according to PST, and we have a breakout. And I don't like to stand in front of a breakout, but you can see here, this is a tight channel, and the market did sell off here at the highs of the PST level, which is your LCL1. Okay, so does the market still have room to go up? It does. On the other hand, this is like a ending diagonal, so it's a bit of a drama. Okay, now with these being swing days, Monday, Tuesday, if you want to sell highs, I'm okay with it. Okay, you can do it with a tight stop loss. Okay, if the market comes up. Okay, now this is a trading hour. The market has come down. The other thing is, can we do a buy because the trend is still up? That you can also do, and I'm going to explain how you can do both of them right now. So if you want to sell, do it on the highs at trading hours. Okay, which are going to be like at this level or after a stop sweep. Now this is a stop sweep. Okay, if I make this a little tighter, you'll see from the high of last week what the market did was everybody's stop loss was there, so did a stop sweep and just sold off. Okay, market goes up again. In Asia, they're selling again. Okay, now this is a sideways market, as you can see. So two things are going to happen here. Okay, we are either going to, let me just make this a little tighter. You see the market's going side, side, side. We're either going to break out, go above this high, and then close above it. And then if the market comes back, we're going to be buyers because now we know what direction is and we've got a bias. Or the other option is market's going sideways. I can buy on the lows, sell the highs. Okay, and one way or another, it's either going to break down or break up. Okay, now I'd like to see the market come lower, obviously, okay, to be a buyer. Where would I like to see it? That 2,894 is a good spot because that zone is a 2,894 is there, as you can see, and this is a place where they bought heavy. So having the market break down and get there would be great, so we can go long again. Okay, and 2,894 can even come a little lower into 2,815 to close this gap on the weekly. Now on the daily, there are no gaps. The market is cleaning everybody out. It's closing everything. There are no gaps here. Okay, but a bit of a pullback is in order. All right, and this, as you can see, is a huge move. So to come back down a little bit would be great. So I'm going to get rid of these. Okay, and I'm just going to keep these trend lines here. Okay, I'm just going to extend these if you're trading gold. Okay, that. And I'm going to extend this one. As you can see, I'm just doing bottom to bottom or wherever it's touched many a times. Okay, and here, as you can see, we've got this one all the way here, or you could do this as well there. Okay, why? Because the line has touched this zone here. Okay, which is all fine. So coming back a little bit, dipping down into here wouldn't be that bad. Okay, and if it does, it should be doing it into this zone. Okay, so I'll just take the opening and the low here. All right, if it doesn't, it'll keep pushing up, obviously, but we must see at least, okay, down here before, like into these dotted blue lines before going back up, I'd feel safer if I was to buy here. Okay, if you want to buy, the other place is 64, which is this level here, 2,930. Now this is already a PST level, 2,939.86, which was a good buy kiss on the PST here, which is, as you can see, broken. Okay, so if this Monday, Tuesday swing day happens, we should be like pushing down in. So this is why selling the highs is not a bad idea. So when you have a swing day at the highs and you want to sell but the trend is going up, what you need to do is you need to make sure that your trading hours and your pricing matches so that you can put a tight stop loss and don't get mucked around within the market. Okay, so that's what you should be doing. So if the market does come up today, good hours where the market can actually stop and reverse are around 8 p.m. my time. Okay, those can be the levels where the market can say, you know what, this is enough. Okay, that could also lead into Asia session as well. Okay, so in Asia, we might also see the market, starting to reverse, which is going to be 1:30 a.m. my time or 10 past 3 a.m. my time. So like 3 a.m., 10 past 3, you guys already have the hours, so nothing to worry about. Okay, and that's how it is. So if you want to do that, it's all good. Okay, that's fine. 02, just bear with me, that should be 0255. Okay, 02, I'm just adjusting it on the web page, so just make sure you follow the hours on the site. Okay, so no, that was actually correct, that's because that's going to be Wednesday. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so that's what I mean. If we break, because it's a sideways market, right? And if we break below these levels, okay, below the weekly pivot, below these levels here, then you understand as we go up, you need to sell into 2,908, 2,894 zone. Okay, because that's your zone. You just need to sell further down. Okay, but this is your 2,930. If this breaks, this will likely break. Okay, why? Because it's a PST daily breakdown. Okay, so selling the highs on a swing day is okay to do so in this, in this situation, because we've got like an ending diagonal. The market's all squeezed up, you can see, and that's basically it. And if anybody bought yesterday, they're going to be screwed over if this crashes down all the way here, because they're locked in now. Okay, this is why timing and pricing is the most important thing, because this is just, they just locked everybody in here now. All right. And that's basically it. Now, you might think otherwise. Now I want to keep pushing up. Why? Because on the weekly, we're going up. On the monthly, we're going up. We've got room to go up. It's true. Okay. So if you want to keep pushing up, what should you do? Well, then there are only a few places you can do that. One is on this line, 2,930, okay, and the other one is going to be down here. I wouldn't do anything in terms of a major reversal until we get to tonight. Okay, 1:30 to 3 o'clock may give us a good sign. If at 1:30 to 3, we're in this zone, it might give us a good sign to push up. Okay, but that's fine because then what's going to happen is you're going to move at the right price at the right time, which is, that's this zone here, this lunchtime. It's afternoon zone my time. Okay, that's going to be okay. Other than that, it's tricky without using the hours. So be mindful. Okay, the gold's going up, and that's fine. But I don't like to buy the tops unless we have a good retracement. Now the market's going up, and this is a sideways market. So buying the lows is okay. And because one of the targets is 2,908 on the PST level, okay, 2,908 is just there. Well, I'll leave it here. This is it basically, okay, is around here. So this is also a place where you can go up, okay. So just make sure you're at a price. I'm going to get rid of this because this has been breached already. But, okay, you know what? I'll keep it. Why? Because the good buy is on the PST. We'll keep it here, okay. And it's that red line there. All right. It's this red line there. So this zone, in between this zone, is also good to buy. But if it breaks below that 2,930, then you got to understand you might be in trouble. So make sure you have a stop loss, okay? Especially if you're buying the highs. It's selling the highs, buying the trade is going because the trend is up. Okay, it's just that it needs a retracement. It needs to come back somewhere before going back up. All right. Let's take a look at the euro dollar. Now, euro dollar Monday was a swing day. All right. Drama. Is it a sell? Is it a buy? If you sold this zone because it's a sell zone, if you sold yesterday, great. PST break down to the downside, which is fine. Okay. On the weekly, let's take a look. It's a new week. Okay, we haven't broken above. Okay, but this thing is turning, as you can see. So remember, the pullbacks for us are good to go long. The weekly PST level here is 42, 1.0406. 1.0406 is down here. 1.0406 would be nice to get in. It's a weekly PST level. It's a demand zone. If you see it down here, good. Monday, swing day. Market sells. We keep selling down. This is your first buy location. If this comes down until Wednesday, it's good to buy. Wednesday being midweek, it gives us an opportunity. Right? The next day for the swing day, we could go all the way to the next swing day as well. Okay, doesn't really matter. But at the end of the day, you need to understand that this is where the market sold heavy. Okay, but we want to be pushing up because we are of the opinion that the market is now going to turn around. Okay, so on the pullbacks we want to buy. Okay, so any pullback into those levels, in my opinion, are okay to buy again. So I'm going to get rid of this. Let's not have too many lines up there. Okay, so pullbacks to go up is okay in my opinion, and that PST level is okay. On the daily, all right, this breakdown could, I don't know if it'll push us all the way there. If it does, great. 42 is 1.0323. That is like way, way down. Okay, but we'll see how things pan out. Why? Because if the weekly is done, I don't mind buying the weekly. Okay, at 42 PST, which is going to be 1.0406. That 1.0323 is like way, way down there. Okay. I don't want to disregard it because PST levels are pretty good, but big fish eat little fish accordingly. The bigger the time frame, I'm going to use that one first. So if the market breaks down, comes into here, all good. From here, I don't mind buying, especially you can also wait for the swing day, the next swing day to happen. That's also okay. You know, that's fine. But Monday swing day, if you sold, because Friday was a swing day, and if you sold Monday, that would have been fine. On Monday, was that a trading hour, you might say? Well, let's check it out. Okay, even if you didn't catch the high, which is fine, because on the high it would have been 440. Let's see what this was. 440, that's it. Okay, 440 to 5 o'clock. Pretty much that's your bar. Wow, spot on. All right, Monday. Spot on. Okay, and so that was one level. And this is a good level for the market to turn around. Yeah. And then, if you miss that, obviously, what else did you have on Monday? 745, which is 645. Is that 645? 645 is going to be here. There you go. Now, next to 645, as you can see, I said pushy to 930. Which is 830. 8 is here. 830 is there. So the market's been a bit pushy. Not a lot. Okay. And then we've got 1145. And then the market just coming down into those levels. Okay. All the way back into the weekly pivot. And the weekly pivot, let's see what time it touched. Because the weekly pivot is important for us, as you know. That was at 445 here, which is great. I had 540 to 640. 540 to 640 is 440. That's your 440 bar is there. Okay, because that's 30, it's a 15-minute bar. So if you got in the game here at the close of that gap, 540, 640, so 540 is what we need, which is 530, which is there. So even if you got in here, you should have been okay. That was a nice intraday trade from the weekly pivot going upwards, all nice and easy. Okay, so from here again, if the market dips down, I don't mind going up with it. Okay, but obviously, ideally, that weekly PST would be nice. Right there. Let's take a look at SP 500. So let's take a look at the weekly. So we're coming down nice. Okay, so that's a PST breakout that happened on the weekly. And last week they just sold off. So on the daily, SP 500, what do we have? We have got Tuesday. So Tuesday. Now we're down on SP 500. Today is a swing day. If today is a swing day, we're either going to be up. Okay, so we should be up somewhere. The market is like we've got what, Tuesday, right? This is 25th of February. So we've got Tuesday is a swing day. So either we're going to land down somewhere and the market should take off until the next swing day. And then if that's the case, we should then sell on the next swing day down. Okay, so this is not a bad spot where the market can pick up. It needs to fill in that 6,080. If it does that and then sell off on the next swing day, that would be great. Okay, and that is 6,080 there. So this is again your sell zone. All right, so if we do go up, we can sell off again. Okay, would you want to buy on this Tuesday? Not without a stop sweep. All right, so you see they've touched it once twice, 3 times. You see, first the buyers came in 4 times actually. The buyers came in, and then not a lot of enthusiasm. Not a lot of enthusiasm. All right. So if you do want to buy, you need to be cautious, because on the weekly, big fish eat little fish. We could be pushing down 56. 6,015 is the goodbye kiss level on the weekly. 6,015 is here. And guess what? They've done it yesterday. Okay, they broke it 6,015, which is fine. What happened? They broke it, they retested it, sold it off. Okay, and that's basically it. What's that? It should be 8.15 on the platform. 8.15 is there. All right, 8.15 is there. Boom. Nice and easy. Okay, if you did buy the low as well, let's see what time that was. 6 o'clock. I had 5:40 to 6:40. So 5:40 is only going to be 4:40. 4:40 is going to be there. 4:40 they sell off. Okay, so 15-minute chart. Market sells off 4:40 and then dips down. We've got 5:40 and 6:40 is going to be here. 5:40 is going to be right there on that bar, which is all good. So the market sells off, buys, sells. Wow. Okay, so that's how it is. Beautiful. Plus. Okay, it's accurate, isn't it? Okay, and then we've got 9:15 to 11 closing, and that's the market coming down into that closing session there. So today, like I said, because the weekly broke, if we head up, the daily pivot is also looking good to sell. Okay, if you want to sell, selling it, I think is okay. All right, selling it in between 6,006 and 16 is okay. Selling it up here is okay. Selling it up here is also okay at the trading hours. If you say it's Tuesday, I want to buy, you've got to wait till the end of the day. All right, till that 8 o'clock, because I'm not sure what's going to happen. Because those hours at 8:30, 9:30 my time, all right, from, let's say, from 8 until 9:30, let's say, they're going to be tricky, right? So I'd be cautious. Okay. If you want to buy to go up, close gap to sell, it's also an option. Like I said, you could do it because it's a swing day. Just make sure you're doing it at good hours. All right, like 3 o'clock. Okay, so like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they're okay. Also, those are the hours, and then it's tricky. The 5:30 to 6:15 is not so strong. Okay, that level I wouldn't bet on. Okay, because it's looking weak. All right, so I wouldn't really bet on it. So if you're going to do a trade, definitely this 9:35, 9:50. Also 3 o'clock, from 2 to 3 o'clock is good. And also this 7:55 to 9:30 is good. All right, those are the levels that are like gonna be, determining those turns and twists and turns today. All right, in between there are places, but they're a bit weak, so I wouldn't really punt on them. I wouldn't take a trade on them. That is, okay, I wouldn't bet on them. So be smart, be careful on those hours. All right, so Tuesday being a swing day, you want to follow through, you can. Yesterday, Monday, NASDAQ was a swing day. All right, and then we've got also for NASDAQ Tuesday, possible Wednesday. So this is why it's a little tricky to be mindful. Also, this swing day issue, you got common swing days with Dow Jones as well, right? So this could be a little tricky, being a tricky swing day. Let's take a look at Dow Jones. Now let's take a look at Dow Jones. Beautiful breakdown. Friday, Monday, Tuesday. Now with Dow Jones got Monday closing blue day. That's nice, okay, because now we can chuck a Yui here. Hasn't quite gone into this bar, as you can see, okay, but Monday swing day seems to have worked fine. Oops, let's do that. All right, because we're at the low. Monday's supposed to be a swing day. Should I follow this up? Not a bad idea. We're 38, 37. So 43,339, 43,339, 43,339 is pretty much there. Okay, this is looking like a stop sweep taker. If the market stops sweeps and goes up, it's good to go long with it. Okay, so I think we can do that. And that's basically it, this zone. Now, the other zone is the weekly 51, 43,268, 43,268. So this is looking good. Okay, this is looking like stop sweep me and then buy me kind of setup. And I don't mind doing it because SP 500's Tuesday is a swing day. This was a Monday swing day. The market closed, above the low, above the opening. So it's a blue day. And going up to at least close the gap there, which is the low of that, 43,943. 43,943 is there. Is kind of like okay, and it's a place where there is a demand bar, as you can see, the supply bar, sorry. You can see the market sold off and a gap there. Okay, so that's all good. We could also obviously keep the weekly pivot and the high of yesterday in mind. Okay, don't, manage the trade when we get to those levels if the market does turn. But this is looking good, and I think this might be a level worth following up today because the market's like going sideways, as you can see. So they're buying the low to go up on a swing day, not a bad idea. And on the weekly, it matches that level there, so that's fine. Okay, so if you did sell the highs, okay, last week, should have been fine. This was a bit tricky, I do admit, okay, because we had a breakout and so on. But at the end of the day, that's how it panned out. So still, there's room to come down here. So if we do go up, selling again will be an option. So don't buy with all you've got thinking we're going to go up forever, because this might just close the gap and then keep pushing down because of the gap there. All right, and this is like a double top happening, which could be taking us to a reversal. Okay, so the trend was going up and up and up and up, as you can see. And then from those ups, we're going to come down somewhere harsh. Okay, and that's also possible. All right, so I don't mind. I don't mind. We should at least come into this zone, this neckline zone here. You see this neckline zone? If the market's going to go back up again, you know, it needs to bounce somewhere off this zone here. Okay, so there's still room to sell off. So when you're buying, be careful for those sell-off moments. And the daily target 48 is 44,022. 44,022, which is there. All right. Which this is for today. Tomorrow it'll be a bit lower, so probably about that zone there. Let's take a look at NASDAQ. Obviously, if it breaks and closes below these levels, do not stand in front of it. Okay, so this is why I have these levels with the timing, because if the time and price are right, we shouldn't go any lower. Okay. NASDAQ. This is also nice. It's like a double top coming down. So now we're coming down into zone. Okay, so this is going to be our rectangle. Okay, can you see the rectangle here? Top, top, bottom. Okay, so this is the rectangle zone here. Bottom, top, top. So we should dip back down, all right, into here. Let's take a look at the weekly. There we go. So the weekly support is going to be 50.78. 21,000 is going to be a target for us. So if the market goes back up, market wanting to sell again is likely, okay, highly likely. So what do I need to do? Probably this could turn into a runner. If it does turn into a runner, it will be that to that. And that should give you that. All right, so if we like go up, also closing these, you can see we can sell off. Okay, so the market is bearish. Okay, we've got room to come down. On the daily, if we go up anywhere into the closing of that, or the low of that, 21,583, just mark them in 21,583 is there. Okay, so if we do go back up and so on, you see you can sell off at the trade hours, okay? And it should push further down. All right, we should be pushy. Okay, might see the market coming down, and we'll see how things go. Now, March, I did say is going to be, a dramatic March. All right, March is a dodgy month. So we're going to have to be careful. It could be like coming down before then and then pushy going all the way in there again. So we don't really care though. Okay, the important thing for us is basically how we're going to do the swing days at the right price. Okay, but March is a crazy month, so we're going to have to be extra careful. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now with NASDAQ, because Monday, we got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? There's 3 days in a row. So this is why you can't just blindly go in on a Monday or a Tuesday or a Wednesday, until Wednesday is over, we don't really know. So this is why matching time and price is really important. If you don't match them to a swing day, then, you're just taking taking a risk. And I don't mind you taking a risk, because this is the, this is how this business is. But you've got to make sure you are taking it correctly at the right time and price. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now with Bitcoin, all right, so we don't have a swing day until later on. So you're just going to have to wait for it, okay? Because Sunday was a swing day, let's get rid of that. Sunday was a swing day, arrow down. So this is Tuesday, that's Sunday. As you can see, Sunday PST broke down. If you're using your PST, you should have been on top of your game. Monday, market does a goodbye kiss right on the blue line, selling off, coming right into the third target. Okay, we're back in the box. Okay, now we're here in Asia, you see, and on the weekly we've got room to go down. So do I want to be a buyer here? Remember how many times in videos I said, guys, this is a zone which has really been worn out. Once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. It's been worn out. And the more they've been in here, the less you want to be in here, because all the buyers are getting worn out. Okay, and this is now turning into a distribution, which means that the market can sell off big time. If it does, it should bring us down. Okay, remember I said the 70s zone, in fact all the way down here, this is the zone which we should dip back into. So if you're thinking about being bullish, buying and holding Bitcoin, then you should at least be waiting for 73. If you're going to buy and hold, that is. Because up here, you're going to be just buying too expensive. Now, if you want to trade, do it on a swing day, because you can see things are looking messy after this Sunday. All right? Basically. But you see the market selling off swing day, selling off swing day. So, what else can you do? We're down here. All right? So if you want to buy here, I'd be careful. As an intraday trade, I wouldn't go against the weekly breakdown. If you want to trade as a day trader, going up to sell is okay. Where you want to do that, $55, 93,500. 93,500 is going to be up here somewhere, which is 93,500. Well, which is pretty much there. All right, this is it. So if you want to sell again, there's a bit of a gap here. The opening, closing off yesterday is okay. Going up to sell is okay. Other than that, I wouldn't really do anything. This is a demand zone. It's true. But I'm not going to go against the PST weekly breakout. On the monthly, we've got room to come down, guys. Okay, so I'm not going against that. This is why I'm not recommending a buy at a daily demand zone here, and especially it's not swing day either. If it was a swing day, we'd say, you know what, intraday trading, you want to do it, go for it. Manage your risk and do it. But we're not there.